First of all, give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Mekar Kodash. We're the Northern Kingdom prophets coming out here to wake up the lost sheep of the 12 tribes of Israel, who consist of the blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Let's open up with Ezekiel 37. Give me Ezekiel 37.
Ezekiel 37 verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out into the spirit of the Lord and set me down into the midst of the valley.
The valley. And this is the valley of death. Babylon the Great, which you know as America, is known as Babylon the Great in the Bible. Okay? And this is the valley of death. Read.
Which was full of bones.
And bones. Bones are the people walking around without spirit. Okay? Without the breath of life of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in them. Read.
And it caused me to pass them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry.
Very many in the open valley, and they're very dry. These are the people without the breath of life in them, without the word of God in their chest, in their minds, in their hearts, in their spirits. This is why you see these shows like The Walking Dead. They're talking about you. The Walking Dead is an episode and a show and a story about you because you walk around without the Spirit of God in your heart. Read.
Verse 3. And it said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord, God, thou knowest. Verse 4. Again he said unto me, Prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord.
So the Most High commands us to come out here and teach our people, who consist of the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and tell them who they are according to the Bible. And the Lord commands us, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai commands us to come out here and prophesy. And that's exactly what we're doing today.
That's right.
Read.
Verse 5. And said, Lord God, unto these bones, behold, I will cause the breath to enter into them, and ye shall live.
And that's exactly what happened to us. Once we were just like the average spick, the average nigger, the average wetback, the average beaner, the so-called Mexicans, the so-called Native American Indians, until we learned the truth of the true scripture, the truth of the word, the truth of the Most High God's word, that the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true Hebrew Israelites, which the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And breath entered into us, so we come out here to prophesy to our people. Read.
Verse 6. And I will lay sinews upon you, and I will bring the flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in it, and in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know I am the Lord.
Then we learned that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who you call the Father God, and whom you call Jesus Christ, is the God of the Israelites, who are the blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Read.
Verse 7. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and I was prophesied. And there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone.
And you can see this happening in the uprising of our people. Young men all over the world coming out in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Read.
Verse 8. And then I beheld, lo, and the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above. But there was no breath in them.
Read.
Verse 9. Then he said unto me, Prophecy unto the wind, prophecy, man, son of man, and say unto the wind,
slain. They've committed genocide upon the Native American Indian, which is known as the tribe of Gad. The tribe of Gad in the Bible. All right, we are the slain. Okay, they came over here. The Europeans came over here and stole our land, stole our resources, raped, robbed, and pillaged Arzareth, which is known as America, for gold and all the resources and all the oil. And it's happening unto this very day. So we are the slain, and we are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
What about the white? What about the white?
Read.
Don't be racist.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native
God's
Americans.
Verse 10. So I prophesied.
Don't be
Verse
motherfucking
11.
racist.
Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are whole. The house of Israel, behold, and they say, our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off from our parts.
We are cut off from our heritage.
Like
The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of.
Bring it out,
And we are
Art.
cut off from our heritage, and we can find that in Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 7. Get that for me. Jeremiah 15:7. Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 7.
Jeremiah chapter 15 and verse 7. And I will fan them with the fan in the gates of the land.
Salakia. Let me get out. 17 and 4. Jeremiah 17 and 4.
The book of Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
We were discontinued from our heritage as being God's chosen people. Because as Native American Indians, Aztec Indians, Mayan Indians, and the Inca Indians, we quit following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, and we start worshiping the wind, we start worshiping nature, we start worshiping the trees, we start worshiping spirits of the river, we start worshiping spirits of the lake, we start worshiping all of nature. Okay, that's why the Most High cut us off from our heritage. Read.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
And we serve our enemies, which is Esau, known also as the white man, here in the land that we know not. Okay, here in so-called America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the Bible. Read.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Okay, so we serve our enemies, and we can find that in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. I'll tell you how this is a curse. All the curses of the Bible, all the curses that were put on the children of Israel can be found in Deuteronomy chapter 28, starting at verse 15. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. And one kid of the
48, Salakia, 15:48. I'm sorry, Salakia, chapter 28, verse 48.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So just like it said in Jeremiah 7 and 4, and thou even thyself shall be cut, discontinued from thy heritage, and that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies. Read it again.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 48, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine
So
enemies.
we shall serve our enemies. And how do we serve them? How do we serve our enemies? Here in Babylon the Great. We serve
Paying
them
taxes
starting off.
serves them.
Exactly. By paying taxes. You can never really own a house. You never really own anything in this
That's right.
country.
That's right.
Try not paying your taxes on your house. See what happens. Try to put a fence up in your yard. You got to go get permission from the city and get a permit. Is that really owning? Do you really own your home when you got to ask the government for permission to put up a fence on your own property? You don't really own nothing here in Babylon the Great. You're paying taxes, and that's how we serve our enemies. We also serve our enemies by paying just to go fishing. You got to get a fishing license. God gave that to us, the children of God, for free.
Unless you
How
know
else do we serve
illegal,
our enemies?
and
gotta
then you
buy
get caught up in that, you could do some time in
water.
jail.
Pay for
With
water.
your fishing
Water
license
falls
if
from
you
the
ain't
sky
know
for
have
free.
one.
Food
They make sure you
grows
don't
out
have
of the
another
ground
license
for free.
again.
But you God bless the children
I'm glad
of
you guys
Israel
showed up.
to help feed us and help nourish us and
This
give
is
us water.
important. The revolution, I'm a Revolutionary Party
We have
member.
to buy them
My name is
and pay our
Daniel
enemy for them. We can't even,
I'm from Ireland, Germany.
Running water
areas.
to our house, you gotta pay for it.
Ireland,
It's
Germany
not
is where
clean,
Esau's from.
So you gotta go buy clean
Thank you.
water. So you
I
pay
am a
for
member
water
of the
twice.
Revolutionary Party.
We need-
Ours is in California, Nevada, Utah.
Therefore shalt
All
thou
this
serve
front
thine
range right
enemies,
here, we own
which
Denver
the
now.
Lord shall send
When
against
the
thee,
revolution
in
hits,
hunger
Hey,
and in
you are
thirst
doing good. You are doing very
nakedness.
excellent.
hey, the word's coming out. God's word's coming out. You respect it and listen.
I multitask.
What's your nationality, Curtin? What's your
German Irish.
German Irish?
I'm a Revolutionary Party member.
You're known as
I'm
Esau.
going down for the government to fall in here in America.
You're known as Esau in the Bible. Read it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
He sent the Europeans over here to the Americas to conquer us, to rape, rob, murder, and inflict genocide upon the Native Americans. All right? And when I say Native American, that includes South America, Central America, and North America, all the way up from Canada to Alaska. Finish that.
In hunger and in thirst
We have to buy food and we have to buy water when these things come for free.
and in nakedness
We have to buy clothes when we would make our own clothes before.
and in want of all
We
things.
want all things. Alright?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So he has destroyed me. And this is what's happening to this day. Native American Indians are the least population in all the world. Alright. Give me Psalms 83 and 3.
Psalms 83, verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and they have consulted against thy hated ones.
They've taken crafty counsel. That means all the European nations. You have French come over here to get a piece of this land, a piece of the pie. They divided it amongst themselves. You have the French, the Portuguese, the Spanish, the English. Who else was a part of that?
Australia, Canadians.
The original Australians were black people.
I know. They actually helped out with the knowledge.
Anyway, they've come all against us, and they had a council. They made a plan to come and divide and conquer this land that the Most High gave to us as a heritage.
That's right.
Read it again.
Psalm 83, verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
My hidden ones. We are the hidden ones. Okay? They're calling the Jewish, they're calling those Khazars in Israel, the land of Israel, they're calling them Jews. And they're calling spics, wetbacks, beaters, tontos. That means we're the hidden ones. The true children in Israel, the true chosen people of God are blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians.
Bring it out,
But they don't call us that. They call us blacks, Hispanics, and Native
right.
American Indians.
That's
We are the children of the Most High God, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai.
You all crossed the land bridge.
Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter
The land bridge
28.
from there to Alaska.
37. Deuteronomy 28 and 37. This means we are the hidden ones, okay? And especially Northern Kingdom, all right? Because you can find all kinds of movies about Judah, the so-called black man and his slavery, but you can't find a movie about the Trail of Tears. Why can't you find a movie about that? This was a great tragedy, a great drama of history. Why can't we find a movie about the Trail of
I read
Tears?
that book.
All right. Why can't we find a movie that is the Battle of Wounded Knee? What happened? The slaughter of what the U.S. Military had did to the Native American Indians at the Battle of Wounded Knee. Why can't we find a movie about that? Because they know if we start watching that, then we will wake up.
That's right.
That's why it says again. Read that again.
Where we at?
Psalms 83 and 3. This proves that we are the hidden ones, especially Northern Kingdom. Psalms 83 and 3.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. I consulted against thy hidden ones.
The hidden ones. That's why we are the true children of God, but they're going to hide that. You can find these documents in books like Lost Tribes and Promised Lands, all right, by Ronald Sanders. They prove in that book that Native American Indians, which are, I'm including all the Americas, South America, Central America, and North America, that we are the true Hebrew Israelites. Christopher Columbus had to come over here with Hebrew interpreters. Okay?
Christopher Columbus.
5 hours away from me, there is a Decalogue stone in Las Lunas, New Mexico, which has the Paleo Hebrew, has the 10 Commandments written in Paleo Hebrew. It's only five hours south of me. Okay? So we are the hidden ones. That we're waking up. And the Most High is revealing us in the last days.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a
What
byword.
is an astonishment? An astonishment is that you see when they show Chicanos on television, what kind of imagery are they showing you? They're showing you nothing but gangsters and gangbangers and crazy vato locos, all on drugs, hyped up and doing murderers and killings and sucios and all kinds of males. All right, you don't see honorable men, so-called Chicanos. They'll never show it to you on television. All right, they won't show you men like us that are standing here, standing up for our nation, standing up for Yahweh in the name of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, coming in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, they won't show you these images on television. They show you nothing but astonishments, drug dealers, gangbangers. They call us rapists. Read that.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a
A
proverb.
proverb. What is a proverb? A proverb is Mexican. A proverb is Indian. A proverb is calling us out our name. Beaners, Spics, Hispanics. Hispanics mean slavery. What else you got?
And a byword.
Byword. That's what I'm saying. They call us gangsters. They call us rapists, drug dealers, robbers, murderers. Everything outside of our true name, which is Issachar, the tribe of Issachar in the Bible, the tribe of Gad in the Bible. We are the northern kingdom.
Among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
So among all nations we were scattered upon the face of the earth.
Jeremiah 15 and 7. Get that yet? Let me give you Jeremiah 16 and 15.
15 and 7.
Jeremiah 15 verse 7. O Lord, thou our iniquities testify against us. Do thou it. for thy name's sake. For our backslidings are many, and we have sinned against thee.
Sounds like war.
15 and 7. This is Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 7. And I will fan them with a fan in the gates of the land. This is another curse that's been put upon our people. And you can see this happening today. Alright? This is a testimony of who the true children of God are. Alright? It says here. You got that 15 and 7? Read it.
And Jeremiah 15 verse 7, and I will fan them with a fan in the gates of the land, and I will bereave them from the children.
A fan in the gates of the land. That means a fan is used to separate, okay? When they would separate wheat from the chaff on the threshing floor, they would use a fan to blow away the chaff. Okay, so when it says, I will fan them with the fan in the gates of the land, that means the Most High God is separating our people at the border, the southern border, the Mexican-American border, in South of America, all right? Read.
And I will destroy my people, since they return not from their way.
Read that again. We're about to read that.
Jeremiah 15:7, and I will fan them with a fan in the gates of the land, and I will bereave them of children. I will destroy my people, since they return not from their ways.
So it says right here, I will fan them with the fan at the gates. If you interpret it correctly, it says, I will separate them at the border. I will bereave them of their children, which means I will take their children away from them. That's happening to Northern Kingdom right now. Okay? This is a testimony of who the real children of Israel are. Okay? Because we fit all the curses. Don't give me Deuteronomy 28 and 36.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 16 and verse 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them.
From all the lands where he had driven them. And you can see that happening right now, okay? In South America, the migrant caravans. They say there's up to 20,000 people. And if you've seen them, the footage that they have, there's large groups of Northern Kingdom coming together, marching towards, causing an exodus, marching towards the southern border of America.
And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
And the land that the Most High has given unto our fathers, all right? Where you can find the monuments, the megaliths, all right? The Olmec heads, the Aztec pyramids, the Mayan pyramids, and the Inca pyramids, all right? Everybody's migrating towards Mexico again. Is that it, all right? What you got, Joe?
Deuteronomy 28:46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So these curses are put upon us as a sign. Read it again.
Deuteronomy 28:46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So all the curses that the Most High God hath put upon our people are on us for a sign of who is the true children of Israel, who's the true children of God, and they shall be upon our seed forever. For the last days we will know who we are.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 31 and verse 8. Behold, I will bring them from the north country, and gather them from the coast of the earth.
Gathering from the coast of the earth. Alright?
And with them the blind and the lame, and the woman with child.
And the woman with child. And you can see all this happening in the migrant caravans. Alright? You see the footage, there's women carrying their children, and they're walking 1,500 to 2,000 miles trying to get to the U.S. border.
And her that travaileth with child together, the great company shall return hither.
great company, and that's what you see in the migrant caravans. All right. Read it.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 49. And the Lord shall bring a nation against thee before, from one end of the earth, as swift as this eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue shall not understand.
And who is that? When did that happen? When the European came over here to the Americans. And you can find it. If you search Google Arsarid, all right? Search Arsarid. And you can also find that in the Jewish Encyclopedia. Arsarid is what they used to call America. All right?
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
That's right.
Who's the ones not desired? Okay? We are the ones not desired. All right? You can see, and I don't mean, I ain't getting on my brother Judah. I got much love and respect for brother Judah. The Northern Kingdom are the ones not desired. All right? Judah have their own colleges, man. Here in Babylon the Great. We don't have no colleges. Judah have all the sports and entertainers. All right? People love Judah here in America. Everybody wants to be like Judah here in America. All right? Northern Kingdom are the ones not desired, man. I can't even go to a restaurant without thinking that they spit in my food or something, man. You know the hatred on our words.
That ain't right.
Huh?
That ain't right at all.
Not only that, yeah. Bring it out. Bring it out. Bring it out.
You got Northern Kingdom being disqualified as Israelites after
It's
saying-
profiling.
after
It's ridiculous. It's stupid.
Well, we got the Northern Kingdom being disqualified as Israelites, even though that the same pyramids that are in Egypt, they're the same ones that are in Mayan, and the measurements are
that's
exactly
right.
the same, the stones is
Yes,
exactly
measurements
the
are
same,
the same,
but
that's
we're
right.
still disqualified as
Yeah.
Israelites.
By our own people.
And I get tired of that crap.
Yeah.
That's two-faced
You know what?
bigotry.
You know, how can you come out and say that you're Israel and hate your own brother?
Yeah, that's right.
How can you do that?
Yeah, that's right.
You got to remember, the Bible said you'll be destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Your lack of knowledge is you don't even know who your brother is.
That's right. Read it out, right?
We're going to go to Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
28 and 68. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Hold up. Who's been put on ships? Who's been put on ships? Can you come out and say it, Esau? Come on, say it.
Y'all been persecuted for how long now?
I know, but what nationalities have been put on ships?
What hasn't?
Has a white man been put on ships?
On occasion when they
No, no,
betrayed
no,
their
no.
own.
You guys were the ones who actually put us in ships. and you
I
guys were
didn't do it.
Okay, well, your ancestors did. And Esau-
Yes, and I'm guilty by charge on my ancestry, and that's much BS.
Okay, well,
It is much BS because what my ancestors did was wrong. It was immoral. It was evil. Look at the Salem massacres, the witch burnings. That was horrible. It's evil, and it shouldn't be allowed. We all need an uprising, an evolution, and a revolution.
Let me finish that for you. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
what we were going to see no more again. Our homeland. Continue.
That's right. There shall see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies
Who are we sold to?
The man,
Okay.
for bondmen and bondwomen,
Slave man, slave woman,
and no man shall buy you.
and no man shall buy you. Deuteronomy 28:16.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Are we the cursed in the city? Is the black man cursed? Mexican man cursed? Continue.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Are we cursed in the field? Continue.
Cursed shall be thy basket in thy store.
Everything that we try to work for, we can never get it easy. Everything's gotta be a freaking heartache. Everything can never be easy like the white man. Continue.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, and the increase of thy kind, and the flock of thy sheep.
Yes.
Deuteronomy 28:32.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people,
Those people was given to another people.
longing for them all the day long.
I know if I got my kids taken away from me, I would be crying my heart out. I would be screaming. I would want vengeance. Continue.
And there shall be no might in thy hand.
We didn't have a military force. We didn't have brothers that would actually go out there and say, you know what? We're gonna go get your daughter. Continue.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 33. And the fruit of thy land and all thy laborers shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
Have you guys taken everything from us?
To this day, there's still
We got to pay for water. We got to pay for food. You guys killed off all our buffalo. We're called illegal aliens in our own land. This is our land. This liquor store is here illegally. This Popeyes is here illegally. All these businesses is here illegally. Continue.
Up the revolution.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away, always.
We're always going to be pressed and crushed always because if we don't know who we are, this is the condition we're going to continue to be in. Deuteronomy 28:40.
I'm 1/4 Assiniboine native. I don't look
Deuteronomy
it,
chapter 28,
but I
verse
am.
48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Are we serving our enemies to this day?
Pretty much. When you go into that 7-Eleven and buy a pack of cigarettes, who you serving?
Well, that's your name. That's your people. Continue.
Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
Where do we get our hunger? Where do we get our money from? Where do we get our food from? From the white
The,
man, right?
the state.
Continue.
The
And
fucking
in
state.
nakedness.
Hey, where do we get our clothing from?
The state.
The white man.
Yeah, the state.
Esau, go ahead.
And in want of all things.
Everything that we need, a driver's license, a birth certificate.
The state.
A passport. We got to go to the white man. We have to ask NASA, can we leave the state? Continue.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck till he hath destroyed thee.
Go ahead and continue. 29.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from war.
Well, the nation came and took us Spanish, right?
Yeah. Well, the Vikings first came to Florida. The Vikings came to Florida.
You're Esau on the Bible. Continue.
From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
What is the American eagle symbol, right? It's an eagle,
It's supposed to be freedom, but you got rocket launchers in the right.
Isn't it the German? Didn't the German have
Yes.
eagles?
I know. I understand that. I
A
lived in
nation
Germany.
whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
We didn't even know English. We didn't even know Spanish. We only spoke Hebrew.
And in World War II, what they used American natives
A
language.
nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old.
You guys didn't care about the young. You guys didn't care about women. You didn't care about the
Not
old
me,
men.
guys. It ain't
That's
me.
The nation of Esau. Continue.
Lord, show favor to the young.
Okay. We're going to 28:64.
Now, I don't disagree with that. Favor to the young. That means protect them. Protect your children. You know, that's a good idea.
The book of 1 John, chapter 2 and verse 11. But he that hateth his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because that darkness hath blinded his eyes.
That was what you were saying earlier about to the Israelites, the Hebrew only. That's when we were. Did you say 16 and 4? Yeah.
This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 4. Chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage.
We call ourselves Mexicans. We call ourselves this name that we are not even supposed to be because we're the nation of Issachar. Continue.
That I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
We are living in a land that we're
which shall burn forever.
because we pissed off the Most High. This is the condition that we're going to be in. Continue.
This is Jeremiah 17:5. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord.
All you guys who believe in these churches and say that the white Jesus is the man that's here to save us, you guys are being totally deceived. It is, we would mark 414.
This is St. Mark, chapter 4, verse 14. The sower soweth the word. 4 and 14. The sower soweth the word.
And Romans.
This is Romans chapter 1, verse 14.
Yes, sir. Remember how we were talking about Esau? We remember asking one of the gentlemen said that God doesn't hate for being racist. Remember he said
Yeah,
that?
I know he
Okay,
said that.
we're gonna
This is Romans chapter 1,
He's
verse
being a
14.
bigot. That's all he's
I
doing.
am the debtor, both to the Greeks and to the barbarians,
Right.
both to the wise and to the unwise.
Who's the Greeks?
They were a bunch of assholes. I know that
They
for
were a
much.
bunch of white people, maybe. They were a bunch of idiots.
You on 9 and 13?
They weren't actually white. They were more golden
This is
skinned.
Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Who's Esau? Do you know who Esau is?
Not off the hook. I used to be a Catholic priest. I used to wear the collar. I was a Catholic priest for 8 years.
What did you learn?
Quite a bit, and not to trust Catholics. I threw away the robe, the collar. I burned the Bible.
You can tell us who we are, man.
25 and 18.
I took too many confessions, and I gave too many last rites. Especially my wife, who died in my arms. I gave her last rites. The Catholic Church is a lie.
25 and 22. This is Genesis chapter 25,
We're gonna find out who Esau is.
verse 22. And the children struggled together within her. And she
I
said,
believe this.
if it be so, why am I thus?
Okay, Rebecca had two kids.
Right.
Okay, they were twins. Jacob,
Right.
which is the progenitor of the Israelites.
That's
and you had
coming.
Esau, which is the progenitor of the white man.
All right. I'd
And
forgotten
she
about
went
that.
to the choir of the Lord, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Two manner of people.
Yes. It is a split.
That exactly. Continue.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Who's stronger?
Right?
Who's stronger? The Caucasians, the so-called Caucasians, or the
Yeah,
so-called
because they had that empire going on. They were fucking raping,
So
pillaging.
who's stronger? Can you answer that?
The honky cats.
Do you think your speaker's stronger?
No, me? No.
Esau?
I'm strong because I read.
And the elder shall serve the younger. And her days to be delivered were fulfilled. Behold, there were twins in her
So
womb.
you are a brother. Okay? You are our brother. So something happened. Okay, go ahead.
And the first came out red, all over, like in hairy garments.
So you hear the person who says a white man? You've never seen a white man on the planet. This is the color white. See how this is white? Esau? This
And
is
they called him Esau. They called his name Esau.
If you took the mirror and you said they look kind of white. This is the color. Continue.
And they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old, and when she bore them.
So Esau, you gotta remember, there were twins in a room, and one was hairy. You got hair? You consider yourself a hairy person? Got hair in the arms now? Yes, you do, right?
I got chin full of hair.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
Aren't Esau natural hunters?
I don't know. I know the hunters from.
Aren't there a bunch of Caucasians in there in the military?
I suppose so.
They are, right?
Some of us were.
Okay.
I'm sure there's plenty left to go around
Then,
to.
I'm going to continue here.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
So we were dwelling in tents, but you guys were hunting. Okay?
And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob.
So Rebecca loved Jacob. Okay? But Isaac loved you guys. So something happened. Okay, go ahead and continue.
A
And
split.
Jacob sought pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same bread pottage.
How do you like your meat, Esau? How do you like your meat? You like your medium rare, right?
No, I don't eat meat. I'm a vegetarian. I eat
Therefore was he
raw steak.
called Esau.
Hey.
I'm now a vegetarian. I eat red beets and rind.
Remember the Jews? Remember the Jews in the Bible? Remember we call them the fake Jews? Revelation 3:9.
You know what? Revelation is one of the books I'm studying right now, and it's driving me crazy. That's the book I've been studying since I was 7 years old. Now, Ezekiel is tripping me out. Ezekiel, that book has really got me whacked. There's mathematics in Ezekiel. There's something Ezekiel knew. He knew, but he couldn't prove it. And by the way, I see the 12 tribes. Where's the 13th tribe? There was a 13th tribe somewhere.
Yeah, it's Amalek. They're not a tribe.
Well, what happened to the 13th supposedly tribe?
There's no 13th tribe.
There was.
They want to be part of this, but they can't.
No, they left.
No, they
Or
can't.
they were
They're
founded,
taking our
or...
place right now. They're doing Jews right now in our land.
No, I'm not talking about Jews. I'm talking about the 13th tribe that was acquainted with the Jewish population. No, there's something different. There was a 13th tribe that was honorary mentioned. They weren't part of the Jewish nationality, but they were acquainted with
There's a
them.
book called The 13th Tribe.
Yes.
Those actually talking about Amalek. But
Yes.
There's some people always also try to say that Dan is the 13th tribe. But I think that's Amalek.
I believe you.